Hello everyone, how are you today? Today in this video tutorial I'm going to create a virtual NAS drive. For people who don't know what's a NAS drive, it's your network storage device which you can use to basically store all your files over the network, and anybody who has access to this NAS drive will have access to all the data. So the thing that you will be doing is you're going to go to freenas.org and you're going to be downloading the appropriate software if you're using 64-bit or you're using 32-bit, depending upon that. I've downloaded and I'm making this in virtual machine, but you can make it in something else like virtual. I'm making it in VirtualBox. You can use VMware, or you can use virtual PC. So here's what I'm doing. I'm creating a virtual machine, and I'm going to be choosing VHD. This one advantage of creating VHD is that you can use this VHD drive in Windows. Like, you can actually explore that in Windows. You can attach that VHD drive. That's why I'm creating VHD drive, and I'm going to be showing that to you in a moment. As you can see, I pulled up the device manager, and here what I'm going to do is action, create a VHD, and I'm going to browse to the location. I have a USB drive, and I'm going to create FreeNAS 1 VHD drive, and this is going to be in gigabytes. Let's say, for this tutorial purposes, let's say I'm going to make it 100 gigs, and dynamically expanding. You should create a fixed VHD drive, because what happens is you're going to be if it's fixed, it's a little faster than dynamically expanding. After you create this, you can just attach it or detach it. First you're going to have to initialize as well. You can initialize it, but this is just for tutorial purposes, by the way. There's a lot of things you can do with VHD drives, which I'm not going to do here. I'm just going to detach it, and alright, so this right here is created. So what we're going to do is we're going to change two settings for this machine. The network adapter. In the network adapter, we're going to make it a bridged adapter. I did that because for some reason NAT wasn't picking up an address from my router, and I wanted it to pick up an address from my router. So now this virtual machine is going to go straight to my router's DHCP to get the address. The second settings we are saying we're going to change is storage. What we're going to do is we're going to choose an ISO file image. We're going to go to FreeNAS, and I already downloaded 32-bit, and we're going to attach it. Click OK. Now we're going to run it. Once it runs, you don't really have to do much about it. All you have to do is just sit back and relax. It's going to just ask you one more question: that what do you want to do, where do you want to install it. So the 2 gig VHD that we created from the virtual machine itself, we have that one attached. We haven't attached the 100 gig VHD that we created on my USB drive. So I'm going to just install the system on that. Once it installs, we're going to attach the other VHD, and then we're going to initialize that. But once it starts installation, I'm going to pause this, and then after that I'm going to come back later once it's finished. Okay, so this is what you would see once it's all set up to install. You're just gonna choose the hard drive. See that 2 gig hard drive? We're gonna choose that. We're gonna proceed with the installation, and again I'm gonna pause the video and because it's gonna take some time, and once the installation is finished I'll come back and resume the video. Okay, so as you can see, FreeNAS has been successfully installed. Please remove the CD and boot this machine. We're going to click OK, and what we're going to do is we're going to shut down the system because we have to remove the CD. And once it's done, we're going to go in settings, storage, this one we're going to remove it, and pretty much all set. You don't really have to remove it, you can just remove you can just unlink the ISO, but I kind of like just removed it. Alright, we're just waiting for it to boot. You don't really have to do anything. Let it boot, and once it tells you the IP address that you can access it with, you're pretty much all set with FreeNAS. I'm going to pause this video again, and once it's booted up, I'll get back. I'll start it up again. Okay, so I actually forgot to do one step in between, so I just kind of like stopped the whole process and came back to do it, which was that I didn't connect this 100 gig hard drive that we created. So now I just created it, and I'm going to restart this NAS drive, and I'm going to pause it. Once it's restarted, and I'll get back and I'll resume the video. Okay, so I'm back. As you can see, the FreeNAS has initialized, it's started. Once it's all set, you will see this option. You may use the following IP address to use the web interface. So I have already opened that in my web browser, but before I go there to that one, I just wanted to come to this website. This is the freenas.org website, which I downloaded from. This is where I downloaded my FreeNAS from. It's 8.0.4 version, 32-bit. That's the one I downloaded. You can actually use 32-bit as well, depending upon your system. So once you're done booting up your virtual machine, you're gonna open up a browser and just type in your IP address, and this is what you should see. You can your FreeNAS is pretty much all set up. All you have to do is set up shares, and for that you can actually set up Apple shares, Windows shares, and of course Linux or BSD shares. Thanks for watching my videos, and have a good day. Bye bye.